It's Wednesday the 19th, I'm FX Plu and this is CurrencyTransfer.com's market update. The headlines today are that Barnier plans to de-dramatize the border checks, Trump adds tariffs and China retaliates, and the euro is likely to rally from a positive Brexit deal. So Juncker made it very clear that the UK will not be part of the single market in any way, shape or form following Brexit. This message, however, has been largely ignored as the question of the Irish border dominates both sides of the debate. Currently, this is a much more important part of negotiations, overshadowed by the threat from the south that they will veto any deal that creates a hard border. Rumours are flying around that Barnier is considering a plan that, in his words, will de-dramatise the whole border issue by taking away the responsibility for checks on goods from the immediate border area. Checks will be performed by inspectors instead of customs officials. This may help Theresa May get over some of her domestic issues, but it won't get checkers agreed. And with the divisions in Parliament, a hard Brexit, according to Mark Carney anyway, is an increasingly possible outcome. Yesterday, sterling gave back some of its recent gains, closing around 131.45 against the dollar. US-China relations took a bit of a knock yesterday when Trump imposed 10% tariffs on the $200 billion worth of imports. This is only until the end of the year, at which point it will increase to 25% tariffs on the same goods. China responded with tariffs of their own on $60 billion worth of US imports. Whilst this does escalate the trade war slightly, Beijing has not started looking elsewhere for different retaliations, which was feared. Suggestion was perhaps they would look at restricting the activities of US companies within China. So this round of sparring wasn't quite as bad as the market feared, and the dollar index rose to close around 94.75 yesterday. There is plenty left to run here though, as Trump is apparently already considering his next round of tariffs. Throughout Brexit, sterling has been the volatile currency. Euro has been driven a lot more by other events elsewhere. There's now speculation that an amicable resolution and a strong parting of ways at the end of Brexit could see euro-dollar rally and challenge the 120 mark. Whilst the Brexit deal is still the wider base case assumption, sterling is unlikely to stage any significant long-term rally because even with a reasonable deal, there'll be a lot of consequences for the UK economy to overcome. In the meantime, the euro remains largely unaffected by internal issues. Inflation remains largely benign, growth is still acceptable, and the gradual slowdown seen in Germany has not, so far at least, spread to the wider eurozone. Euro-dollar slipped to 116.50 as the dollar strengthened a little yesterday, and sterling-euro moves to 112.75. Sterling is threatening to test resistance at 112.90. We'll keep you posted. Have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow.